Excessive screen time in children is linked to various eye problems, such as increased risk of myopia, which is short-sightedness, digital eye strain, and dry eye symptoms. This happens as a result of reduced blinking rate, prolonged focusing near objects, and of exposure to blue light emitted from screens. The World Health Organization recommends less than 2 hours of daily screen time for school-age children and no screen time for children under 2. We'll be discussing hazards of excessive screen time on the eyes of children with our expert on your favorite health TV talk show, The Physicians. Do stay tuned. It's another day on your favorite health TV talk show, The Physicians, where your health is our business. Today we'll be talking about the hazards of excessive screen time on the eyes of our children. My name is Dr. Memuna Yusuf Kadri, and of course I'm not always alone. I'm always with my co-anchor, and she's no other person than the beautiful and amazing.
My name is Dr. Martina Agberian. Welcome to The Physicians, where your health is our business. And will always be our business.
Today we're talking about the hazards of excessive screen time on the eyes of our children.
The hazards of excessive screen time on the eyes of our children. I think it's actually high time we did this. Okay?
Yeah.
Because from what we see these days, it looks like the screens.
They are not like...
they are now, no, they're like pacifiers.
You are right.
They don't use them as pacifiers. You know how they used to use pacifiers when you want a baby, don't want a baby to cry? You put a pacifier. Well, now you use the screen and pacifier for these children. Not putting into consideration the effects.
It has.
The chronic effect.
Let me even take you to, one of our previous episodes that we talked about dry eye disease. Yeah. And where the expert in the studio was telling us that she has seen a case of us, low or whatever, yes, for age, 1 year old being diagnosed because the parent or the mom constantly puts her in front of the TV because, oh, I'm busy, I'm doing X, Y, Z. And of course, even when they bring nannies into the house that should be able to know what it is, if they see the parents always doing that, anybody will just, continue the current,
as far as that management. Is concerned, that makes the child
yeah. And that is really bad. So imagine having dry eye disease for as young as 1 year old. If that person is going to live for 120 years, we know that is not a curable disease. It's really bad. It's a good thing we have an expert in the studio today that is going to school us on the hazard of excessive screen time on the eyes of our children, a renowned consultant ophthalmologist. We'll be right back after this time, and do stay tuned.
Every day and in every way, enjoy that I find support. No matter the role you play, nutrient pack supplement for you and me. In your body,
Dawodu nutritional supplement is loaded with essential multivitamins, minerals, and natural ingredients that helps you to be at your best. Dawodu from LB Pharma. Dawodu, love yourself.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is your favorite health TV talk show, The Physicians, where your health is our business. Now we are in the crux of the business of today. And we have a renowned consultant ophthalmologist in the studio that is going to deep dive into the hazard of excessive screen time on the eyes of our children. She's no other person than the amiable and beautiful Amazon, Dr. Aderonke Dawodu. You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's so beautiful with your hair and, looking fresh. Thank you. I think the first question I want to ask you, why this topic? Why now?
Yeah, so when doctor asked me, the first thing because I work with children, I'm a pediatric-oriented ophthalmologist. I won't say I'm a pediatric ophthalmologist, I'll say pediatric-oriented ophthalmologist. And I see the children every day. And like doctor said the other time, as soon as they come into the clinic and they start making noise, the first thing their parents do is hand them with the phone. And it's now the pacifier. And we're seeing more children now that are coming in with myopia. short-sightedness. So we're having more children needing glasses, and the myopia usually is progressive. In the past, we still have children that need glasses, but we need more. If you look out in schools now, you see a lot more children that are using glasses.
Yeah.
Now the thing is that initially, we thought it was just that people are more aware. And they're bringing their children to the hospital. I mean, when we're young, when we complain that we can't see the board, our mother would say, just want to take yeast, or we'll do some stuff like that.
Yes, because you see all that music.
They just want to use recommended.
Yes.
But we're actually seeing that we're having more children that are coming in and actually needing those glasses. And we're having more short-sightedness and long-sightedness. And we feel, because we see children every day, apart from the fact that, apart from the effects on the eyes, there are other effects on the rest of the body, mental health as well.
Okay.
And so I thought it was a good thing to discuss it, because we're having too many children. Babies are being used as pacifiers, the monitors are used, even all adults are using the screen more often. We're always on our phones, we're always watching telly, children are always on their tablets, schools are using it a lot more. And I was reading something, I think it was in Switzerland or in Sweden, and they're actually thinking of going back to using paper and because they've already looked into a lot of the hazards of excessive screen time. So screen time is not just our telephones, it's also tablets, computers, televisions, and other digital devices that we use.
Okay, so can we now deep dive into the hazards that come with this excessive use of the screen?
Yeah, you've already mentioned it on the surface, So what happens is that when we're reading something near, we use our power of accommodation. And when we use the power of a lot of muscles in the eye are being used. So you find out that when the muscles are not resting by looking at things afar. So when you're looking at things in the distance, your eye is at rest. But when you're looking at something near, there's accommodation, the power of accommodation. So the eyes are also moved nearer, closer together so you can see things. And the muscles within the eye are also being tested, they're used. So if you don't give it enough time to rest, then you start having what we call eye strain. Sometimes you get redness of the eye, foreign body sensation, which also is a symptom of dry eyes because you're blinking less. And also then they can have headaches, eye ache, and just feeling of fatigue generally in the eyes. So you have this pain around the temples, which is the side of the head, frontal brow, and you get children saying, I have a headache, I have a headache. Then we get parents that are saying, oh, my child has malaria because he has a headache. They start using drugs for malaria or giving young children paracetamol, Tylenol and all that, just because all they need to do is take off the tablets or the devices that the children are using. We also have what we call dry eyes, and that's because when you're doing things that we are concentrating on, you tend not to blink. We're supposed to be blinking regularly. Every time we blink, the eyelid closes and allows the tears to spread so that the eyes lubricates the eyes. And that part of the eye that we call the black part of the eye, which is really the transparent part of the eye, is cornea, is meant to be well lubricated and oiled with the tears. Now, if that gets dry, within 15 seconds, you're supposed to blink again. You don't blink, and what happens is that it gets dry, and then it starts feeling like there's dirt. If you continue doing that, we have what we call micro erosions of the eye, and then it starts feeling painful. So we don't need that. We need the child to blink regularly, and everybody else to blink regularly. So we say think blink. And we also have this rule, 20-20-20 rule, which I'm sure you've heard of, but we'll still talk about it. Another thing that we also see is this blue light that is emitted from the screens. It's, so light has the spectrum, red, what's called the Roy Bivig, violet, blue, indigo, violet, So we have blue on one side and we have the red on the other side. Now the blue part of the screen, of the light, so you have the ultraviolet as well, and you have that blue on the other side. So a lot of it is transmitted with all these are devices. Of course, we have it in the sun, but the part of the one in the sun is also absorbed by the cornea. Now, if you have a lot of that that goes through the eye constantly, It could go through, it goes through the lens as well and goes onto the retina. So constantly, you can imagine a child that is not yet 1, that is on the screen throughout, has, like you said, lives to 120. There's no guarantee that that child, when he becomes an adult, will not come down with retinal disease, retinal degeneration, especially the macula, because the macula is the part that focuses on the lights that we see. So we're looking at a generation later on that might come down with a lot of macular degeneration. Yeah. And when there's a lot of retinal degeneration, the macular part of the eye that focuses the eye, then what are we talking about? That is irreversible blindness that we're looking at in the future, not now. Because we also have a group of people that have it. So we are now looking at maybe in 30 years' time, maybe in 50 years' time, that we're going to have a crop of children that will become adults then with another type of cause of blindness. We already have glaucoma to deal with because we are blacks. Yeah. And we have African heritage. Yeah. We already have the, because glaucoma is not reversible, but we can just prevent. We're already looking at other things. So why do we want to add that to it? We need to really reduce the screen time that we have with children. Yeah. Yeah.
So, two-point approach question. Are there any gender differences from your personal experience, being a renowned ophthalmologist with flair for children in your clinic, and you've seen for over 30 years plus, right? Any experience as young as you've seen with this hazard of excessive screen time in children? And is there any particular gender that presented more than the other?
All right, I would love to say it was, because in my head, I'm thinking that we should have. But I haven't done any studies, so I wouldn't really say there is. So I won't experimentally and scientifically say there is right now. But I'm thinking that I'm probably expecting it to be more in females than males. I don't know why I think that, and this is, no sorry, I know why I'm thinking like that. The reason why I'm thinking like that is that boys still tend to go out to play football. They still tend to find
other activities running around.
But girls are more sort of sedentary, and they are the ones that will sort of look into, and we have a lot of, well, really, I don't think there's any scientifically proven gender difference right now. Both of them are, because the guys also look at all these games that they're playing, all the PS2, PS, blah, 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 Nintendo, and they're always fighting on the things. So I don't think we really have much. It's just I would like to say maybe. Maybe. I don't believe that we have much.
Okay, so WHO recommends that less than 2 hours of daily screen time for school-aged children and no screen time for children under 2. What do you think about this recommendation?
It is a recommendation.
It's the ideal thing to do, right? Because I saw you smile when we talked about it. Yeah. So how do you think this can be enforced? Because we're doing an enlightenment now.
Yeah.
And yes.
So I think it's going to be difficult to enforce, honestly. Because at the end of the day, a lot of them are given homework to do and they're on the screen.
Yes, so you're right. Google homework and
Parents are not helping because we're always on the phone as well, and that's what the children see. And we're always giving it to them. So what we say is, let's start by actually reducing it.
Yeah.
Right, so before we start schools, I absolutely agree with no screen time for less than 2 years. There's no reason why we should give them the phone.
Exactly.
I think they're looking at it like a status thing.
That's what I'm going to, the bourgeois, you know, I have phone, I have tablets, no.
It's ridiculous. And the thing is that nobody buys toys again.
Yep.
There's no
nobody buy the things that, you know, apart from toys, other activities, blogs and other things.
Things like blocks, yes. Jigsaw puzzles.
This morning I was chatting with one of our crew members, and he says, just a girl, just about a year old, holds the phone and is like doing selfie.
And they all know how to smile.
Yes, wow.
TikTok.
Yeah.
And TikTok, TikTok. And everything is, we think, like you said, is bourgeois. That's the way to go. But I absolutely believe in that zero screen time for 0 to 2. I don't see any reason why they should be using the phones, frankly speaking. They can listen. You could play the music, but they don't have to use it. You could do your daddy shaka listen to it. They could learn all those songs from it, but they don't have to watch. So I think that's a.
And you're talking about the assignments that they give to them.
All right. So if we can't really they have to do a lot of these things. So what we do at home, what we're saying is that your children, you could reduce the amount of time they watch the telly. So that you have, I'm giving you 2 hours to watch telly or 1 hour to watch telly today. And when they come back from school, you do your whatever it is. And then start reading books. Start doing other
physical,
Go
books.
outside and play.
Children have stopped playing.
Yeah.
All
So,
they do now is computer games.
yeah, so play. We need to get them outside. Going outside helps a lot. It develops their muscles. It also helps them with vitamin D. It also helps them to strengthen themselves and reduce their mental stress. Because we always say, oh, my mental health. Of course, your mental health is going to be problematic. Because you're watching all these aggressive games. And so we are having a lot of children that are throwing tantrums. They're a lot more aggressive than they were before. There's a lot of depression and stuff like that, even from these children, because they're learning and they're watching such aggressive things on telly. So apart from their eyes, that we've already discussed, the eye strain and all, you have children that are going to bed with headaches because they have eye strain. So we really need to reduce the time. And like, I don't know, we can say that other countries that are now saying themselves that all these problems with this screen can reduce. Now, when they get to get glasses, we also need to look into blue cuts, which is the lenses that's so expensive, but here, there's nothing we can do. The blue cut reduces the amount of the blue light that is emanated from the screens. It's really expensive. I suppose if parents know how much they're going to pay for their children's lenses, maybe it will be enough motivation to reduce the amount of time that they're going to spend. But yes, I think we should definitely reduce the amount of screen time, encourage outdoor games, encourage other activities that children can do, and encourage them to do a lot of their schoolwork, that they do it on paper and pencil, whatever it is, and then they can now translate it onto their laptops or whatever it is that they have to do the work. So yeah, absolutely. Then the other one is the 20-20 rule. And what is the 20-20 rule? After 20 minutes of doing any, WHO actually recommends 15 minutes for children. So after 20 minutes or 15 minutes, they actually tell them to blink, get up, walk around, go and do something else. In fact, maybe we should just send them on errands after 15 minutes.
That's true. Like
get up and go and pick something, so it's time out. You go and do something, go and pick something, go and get something, go and get a drink, so that they can, after 20 minutes, they blink, they get up, they walk around and come back. Because even sitting down, we also found out in a study that was done a few years ago, that children that are, because of this screen time, that do more than 2 hours screen time, actually obese. They're overweight as well. I mean, if you look around, all you need to do is look around, and you see a lot more children that are overweight and obese now than they used to be. So, and that's because they're sitting down sedentary and also eating while they're doing it.
While they are doing it.
You tend to snack a lot when you're watching telly or when you're doing, you tend to snack a lot. So there's a lot more snacking.
So apart from the immediate effects that we noticed, probably the little headaches, the strains, and the dry eyes that we'll see, in future you have more complications that will definitely arise. So if they reduce the screen time now, I'm sure it's going to help markedly.
Oh yeah, reducing screen time now and gradually reducing it to about 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever it is. If we can gradually reduce that, then we have them more active. Then of course we don't have the effect of weight, nutritional deficiency. We also have more muscle building. We have children that are more active and alert, because when you're going for activities, we also produce this hormone called serotonin. It's called the happy hormone. And so if we have more happy hormone with adults, everybody, then we have less drug abuse. Because we also have all these things that come up with it that are part of prolonged and excessive screen time. So we have all that. And then we have less children that are using glasses. We have less effects of dry eyes. We have less effects of eye strain, less glasses. And by and large, we have a lot more. And we have rounded children that are good in everything.
I think the major challenge was people not really knowing the effects of all these gadgets. We just took it hook, line, and sinker. It's good for all the children.
But again, even the ed tech, we are getting more technologically advanced with educational tech platforms and use smart boards in school. And so these children, aside from home, the screens and all that, they get to school where they spend more hours than at home. What role will the government play in this if it has to be a policy?
But it's going to be difficult because, like you said, there's smart education, but the smart blackboards or whatever they call them, the smart boards they have are not like close to them.
Yeah.
So it's not something that is there. The problem is the near reading and near work. So if we have less of that, but like I said, because the whole world is into this, it's not a matter, it's not a Nigerian problem. It's not a Lagos problem. It's a general worldwide that comes with all these IT and computers and everything. But I think the onus is on parents as well, when they get home, to be a lot more. Because not all of them in school are using they're not using the tablets for all their lessons. They don't do that. It's just the amount of time we allow them at home. Even when they're on the dining table, children are eating and we're looking at them watching. I mean, I was watching the other day on one of these things. Of course, we all do this. We're watching on one of these things, and the children are, and the mother starts taking everything and puts it in a...
Exactly. In a
I think that's what you're going to eat.
That's what you're going to eat today.
What I dropped now was, I just remember that most times when you're traveling, 8 hours, 10 hours flight.
Yes. The screen. Yeah, screen.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
And the adults are sleeping.
Yeah, the adults are
And
sleeping.
they'll be there all through the night.
No, but again, you know, the airlines, I've noticed, they give coloring books and coloring crayon. They give books to the children, but the children will prefer to watch.
And parents, because they don't want to be disturbed as well, will allow it. I mean, in the mornings, you're talking to the child at around maybe 9, 10 o'clock, and the child is sleeping. And you're, hello, wait, what time?
Because the child didn't sleep early.
What time did you go to bed yesterday? The mother says, no, he goes to bed by 9. So I look at the child, I say, what time did you go to bed? I say, 2 a.m. 2 a.m.
And parents actually thought that the child went to bed by 9. 5
because
hours
he doesn't
later.
confiscate his, doesn't take a gadget from him.
There was a video that trended online in recent times. The girl, when she's watching the telly, and the other tablet, no, some of their tablets are, most of them are also smart. She uses the tablet to record what she's watching. So when they think she has gone to bed to sleep, she then goes
She goes there, yeah.
Like, how smart? So you have to really think. Thank you so much. Please, before we let you go, speak to our parents, speak to our educators, speak to concerned citizens on this hazard of excessive exposure to, you know, to screen time and how damaging it is. Your take home from your advice to them.
All right, so my take home. We haven't seen the effects yet. We can see the short-term effects because we are having children that are having eye strain, dry eyes. All those are treatable right now, and those are the effects that we see now. The effects we are going to see, we don't even know, because we can only say and extrapolate that these children might have this. We don't really know how it is. We don't want a future of our children, the future of these children, to also be damaged right now because of the things that we do. So my advice is, let's reduce the screen time. Let's encourage our children to play outside. Let's absolutely stop screen time for the 0 to 2. And also, let us engage them in other activities. There are lots of activities that our children can do. Brick building, going out to play, and jigsaw puzzles, cartoons, everything else. And books. Let's go back to reading books. Instead of reading them from the tablet, which are really easy. It's easy to have all your books on the e-books and everything. Let's go back to reading the hard copy. When I came in today, I had my hard copy book, which was somebody noticed. And I'm absolutely enjoying touching the pages of the book. So let's go back to that and we realize that our children are our future. And if they don't do well in the future, then we've all failed. Thank you very much.
Thank you so, so much for those last words. Our children are our future. And if we don't do well, then which legacy are we leaving? Which future are we leaving for them? So to our viewers out there, you've heard it. Hazard to excessive exposure to screen affect the eyes of our children. The WHO has recommended 2 hours for children of school age group, and of course, no screen time for those that are 2 years old, less than 2 years old. I can see people saying, no, it's not possible. It is possible, it is doable, because the damages that will come in the future for these children that will now become adults, we do not know yet. For now, those that we know may be treatable, but in the future, they may be irreversible, they may be dangerous, and these children will be part of the statistics of those with eye diseases. Until next time, my name is Dr. Memuna Yusuf Kadri.
Dr. Dawodu, thank you so much for coming on our program. It's actually a thing of delight seeing you and having you here. And I can rest assured that we'll also invite you again to come and talk about another very pertinent topic. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you for being part of today's program. Be kind to follow us on our social media platforms. If you want to be part of this program, like Dr. Aderonke Dawodu here, please do not hesitate to send us an email and we'll invite you. My name is Dr. Martina Agberian. Till next time, stay blessed.
Every day and in every way, enjoy that I find support. No matter the role you play, nutrient pack supplement for you and me. In your body, that I fight you.
Darovite nutritional supplement is loaded with essential multivitamins, minerals, and natural ingredients that helps you to be at your best. Darovite from LB Pharma. Darovite. Love yourself.